Now then guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and today we're going to be talking about where you should play FIFA 22. More importantly, what platform you should play it on, whether you should be playing on console, PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. Now, this question is going to be twofold because there'll be some of you out there that are just predominantly Ultimate Team players, and that is going to change where you want to play the game. Of course, I know my audience is predominantly career mode guys, so I will give both sides because I do play both game modes of where I think you should play, and we'll kick it off by talking about Ultimate Team. Now, with the Ultimate Team situation, I think that just console is fine. Whichever console you're on is better. You're going to have a better market. You're going to have a healthier amount of players to play against if you choose one of the consoles. Now, it does look like PS5 is the next-gen console for Ultimate Team. There's a bigger player base there. It means there's a much better market on there for cards. But to be honest with you, Xbox is still very good. I play on Xbox, and it's a little bit cheaper, if we're honest. It's a little bit cheaper for cards than PlayStation, and I've never struggled to get a game. But I do know that the feeling is PlayStation 5 at the moment, because I feel like that's where competitive games are played as well on that console, is the one for Ultimate Team. But we should mention that PC isn't as bad as what people make out. The market is very weird on PC, but I played Ultimate Team on PC last year. I never struggled to get games. It wasn't an issue for me playing on PC. I didn't have any problems there, and it is still a decent version of the game. And I will say that I prefer last gen for the online gameplay. Like, if I'm being honest with you, current gen gameplay is not great, and it's definitely not as good as last gen for online. And last gen's a little bit more arcadey. I think last gen actually suits online. I made a video saying that there should be two different game modes for online and offline. And, you know, I just think there should be the last gen gameplay, the arcadey, well, more arcadey style of gameplay suits Ultimate Team far better. Especially when some of the matches in next gen can be so boring. They can be so dull. The squad battle matches are absolutely horrendous, man. The fact that you have to now play 6 minutes on squad battles is painful. But yeah, if you're an Ultimate Team guy, I think console is probably king. But don't overlook PC. And now if you're wanting to play career mode and Ultimate Team, then there might be a different solution for you. I probably could have made this video when the game first come out, and it would have gone exactly the same as this. But I wanted to experience next gen. I bought a console for this YouTube channel so that we could have next gen console this year. That's what I wanted to do, so we could have the next gen content. I went out and bought that console. We bought the next gen version of the game. And if I'm being 100% honest with you, I kind of knew this going in, that it's not as good as I thought it would be. Hypermotion isn't that good. It's not, right? If we're being honest, Hypermotion isn't that good. So I'm going to instantly say that if you want to play career mode and you haven't bought the game, buy it on PC. If you still want to play career mode and you've bought the game already on console, but you've got a PC good enough to run it, buy it on PC. You could get it fairly cheap on CD keys. It goes on sale all the time. I would say you want the Origin version of the game, not the Steam one, but it doesn't really matter. It is important, though, that if you do buy it on Origin, because you need to keep it offline for mods, which is going to be the reason why I think you should buy FIFA 22 on PC. There is no doubt in my mind now, 5 months in, after having, 4.5 months, say, on next gen, that the PC version is just better. And it is purely better because of mods. There are a lot of stuff here in FIFA 22 that destroys career mode. You know it, lads. We talk about it on a daily on the channel. The objectives ruin career mode. And I want you to be putting your time into a career mode that you're going to be able to have fun with and not be sacked for the most stupidest reasons on planet Earth. Now, the reason I've left this so long to make this video is because I wanted to give EA time to patch the game and patch and fix some of those issues. They nerfed objectives. Well, it doesn't feel like it. The simulation also is horrendous on next gen. The gameplay isn't great. Like, you're not getting that much of a difference between gameplays. If you're in this for the gameplay, don't play FIFA. You're not going to get that much difference between the two gameplays on PC and on next gen. You're just not. So because of the mods, you know, imagine you can have Serie A, you can do a Serie A save and it's not Pimente Calcio that you're playing against and Latam or whoever Lazio are these days. Like, you could genuinely enjoy a Syria career mode. You could disable the objectives that everyone keeps getting sacked from. I played on PC all of last year. I didn't get sacked once. I've played Next Gen this year. We've been sacked 4 times. Once in the Spurs series, which is the most popular series on the channel, and I got screwed over. And then once in the Norwich rebuild, and then 2 rebuilds that didn't make it onto the channel because I got sacked. For the stupidest reasons. We did a rebuild that went up, I think yesterday. We did Benfica. I had an objective in there that said win 25 home games in a 17 home game season. It's just so stupid, lads. But you can turn that off on PC. You can't do that on console. You can fix the lineups on PC. You can't do that on console unless you've got a second controller. You can improve the transfer market on PC. The realism mod is, in my mind, the be-all and end-all. But you don't even have to have that mod. You can go for different mods. And the realism mod is free. There is a period of time where it's not free, but you could be using the older version. The problem is with modding on PC, it can get frustrating because the game updates quite frequently for Ultimate Team. And that, you know, basically you can't be online to use these mods because every time the game updates is a different version of the game and the mods won't work the same way. But when it comes to just turning purely the objectives off, it's worth buying it on PC. £90 on console, you can probably get it for £20 on PC. And I think this is genuinely going to be the way forward. I don't think FIFA 22 career mode is better than it was last year. They've added one thing, Creator Club, which you could already kind of do on PC. And, you know, let's be honest, it's not very good. It's just not, is it? It's just a shallow feature so that there was a feature for career mode. The fact that bugs have come back that weren't in FIFA 21, they got rid of them over the year and they're now back at the start of FIFA 22. I can't honestly say that you should be buying it on console for career mode over PC, and it's cheaper. And I think that's going to be the case for years to come. We'll see when they announce more information. It doesn't feel to me that EA are going to do anything dramatic to career mode. And let's be honest, who cares more about enjoyment of career mode? The modders and people that play the game consistently, or EA? Let's be honest. So I would even say in the future, PC is probably going to be the place to buy the game. We'll make an update video at some point, but I genuinely think PC is the place to play FIFA 22. Again, that might change for Ultimate Team purposes. And Pro Clubs, if you're playing Pro Clubs, you just buy it on the console that your friends are playing Pro Clubs on. You know, I don't think there's any difference on whichever console you play it on. It might be more difficult to get games on PC with Pro Clubs. I don't know. I don't play it. So if you are just trying to play Pro Clubs with the boys, you're just purely going to buy it on whatever console or PC that they're playing on. It's quite frustrating as well to have hit a point where FIFA is playable modded than it is not modded. Like, career mode is in a really bad place at the moment. It's in a pretty bad state. And until there's major improvements, which again, I just don't see happening, PC really is where I'm probably going to end up going to in the long run. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad we got Next Gen, I'm glad we bought the Xbox, I'm glad we are on Next Gen, but it's just been a slog at times, lads. You guys know it as well. When you're trying to achieve something or play career mode in a particular style, and you purely can't do it because of the mechanics that are in the game, it's really frustrating that we have to take stuff out of career mode, i.e. the objectives, just to have a fun career mode. It really is. It's really frustrating, but I think if you're new to FIFA this time round, you're just buying the game, without a doubt, you've got a PC that can run it. Do it. I'm going to bang on about it so much. Buy it on PC. Lads, but that's going to be it for the video. It's going to be short and sweet. I just wanted to give you guys that information. I'm not here to kiss EA's ass, and I find that there aren't tons of videos pointing out the flaws of the game, and I get it, and if I ever want to work with EA, that's probably not the right decision, but I just genuinely can't. I'm always going to call EA out for the crap. And we've had years and years of career mode not seeing the correct changes to make it a viable game mode. And this year, in my opinion, is probably the worst. So it doesn't matter if we never get to work with EA. I buy the game every year anyway for the content. And you guys deserve the truth. In my opinion, though, get it on PC. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Much love. I hope you're having a great week. And I will see you in the next one.